Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the second annual Red Bull Rookie Showcase for the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series. We're back and ready to bring you a fun, exciting race here at the Coca-Cola Super Speedway, the season opener for the Red Bull GT Series. 17 laps about to be underway as the car is rolling off behind the Chevy Camaro convertible pace car. On the pole is Nathan Murphy, one of the rookie drivers, one of 14 in this year's rookie class. He is alongside of Jackson Harrison, Henrietta Fitzwater, and Hadley Martindale will make up row number two. Kasumi Takashi, Trinity Lee, Elena Rohr, Carlos Rodriguez, Dylan Van Dyke, and Jared Underhill, your top 10. Then we have Summer Wagner. Let's see here. Blake Wagner. And rounding out the field, Sebastian Palmer and the Amateur Series champion from 2023, Ingrid Pollard. That is your 14 cars that will take part in this Rookie Bash, or Rookie Showcase, I should say. 17 laps here. This is the third different Super Speedway we have opened up to start the season. Daytona in Season 1. Last season, we're at Ricky Raceway. This year, we're at Coca-Cola. And for all 14 of these drivers, one goal in mind. You want to claim the checker flag to win this race. Dylan Matthews won this race last season, but he's not in the field this year. The car that he drove last season is the one that Dylan Van Dyke is in this season. So can Dylan Van Dyke make lightning strike twice by taking that 99 to victory lane for a second consecutive season? We're going to find that out in 17 laps time. Here we go. The second annual Red Bull Rookie Showcase is green. As I apologize for the stupid updates. Shut up, computer. Apologies for that. Just love when my laptop decides to interrupt me right in the middle of a race. Wonderful, or start of the race rather. Nathan Murphy, a driver I know of from another NR server that I'm in. Driver I've never met before, but I'm really looking forward to see how he will do this season in the number 2. As Kasumi Takashi trying to get under the inside of the number 2 machine. That was the ride Angel Gutierrez drove last season. Did go to victory lane, but didn't get didn't have a great season. So we'll see if Nathan will have better luck. Nathan Murphy, that is. Kasumi Takashi driving the number 5. Kasumi Takashi in the Jaguar number 5 machine. Dylan Van Dyke driving a car that Reggie Fogelman won last season after he replaced Dylan Matthews after Indianapolis last season. Sebastian Palmer, one of the Rookie of the Year contenders in that number 40 machine. We'll see how Sebastian will do as Dylan Van Dyke down to the inside of Sebastian Palmer. That's, by the way, his team owner, I should say. Dylan Van Dyke, we saw him in the ARCA series, had an okay season. As you can go away there, laptop. Sebastian Palmer, the inside. Jared Underhill was supposed to run last season, but Never got a chance to do so. Here he is in the 07 machine. Hoping for a good season. Right beside her is the 2023 Amateur Series champion Ingrid Pollard. And and on the inside is Spaniard Elena Aurora, who is familiar with these GT cars, but never on an oval before. So this will be something new for the Spaniard. Elena Aurora drove for Dino, has been part of DVR for quite some time. DVR, who is happy to announce they made the round of Indianapolis in the TM Master Cup Series, so congratulations to them after so many years of trying. This is Carlos Rodriguez in a 3-wide situation. Now, this might surprise a lot of people about Carlos Rodriguez. He is no longer on Nathan Orman's team, and you're thinking, wait a minute, Boyles. What do you mean the words, he's not on Ormy's team? This is one of Ormy's drivers, right? Yeah. Long story short, and if you want to hear my reasonings and Taylor's reasonings and all that, or Cody's reasonings, it's best you private message with one of us. Carlos Rodriguez now driving for Cody Smart. So we'll see how that will happen. Summer Wagner. This is Blake Wagner's little sister. Funny thing is, Blake Wagner's right behind her. We have not seen this 98 car on track since season 1. There's Blake Wagner. Both of them are from the Baltimore area. They're one of 2 brother and sister duos in the Red Bull GT Series. The other being Jesse and Sean Art. Oh, they're 4 wide. They're bouncing off of each other. Look out. Don't want to be doing that going into the corner there, lads. As the 40 car did a good job bouncing off. They were bouncing into each other going into turn number 1. That could have been disastrous right there, but thankfully it wasn't. Henrietta Fitzwater driving the 59. And if you're all are asking, who the hell is Henrietta Fitzwater? This is Zachary Fitzwater's fiance, believe it or not. Jackson Harrison, the 16. As I said, a rookie driver this year. Jared Underhill. That was really dangerous right there for them going 4 wide. There's Sebastian Palmer. There's Trinity Lee. Trinity Lee will be in the Venom Truck Series next year. As we look forward to seeing the Venom Truck Series, the McDonald's Series, and also the Cup Series. That will be coming on this channel if I don't have any issues with space between now and then. As Aurora going to get blasted to the race lead. Jared Underhill led that lap. This is Jared Underhill's first race back on this channel since the qualifying for the Camping World Truck Series. That was back at Auto Club for reasons I'm not going to discuss on here, which you probably should already know by then. There's Hadley Martindale. That's Prudence Martindale's little sister from Texas. We have 3 Texas drivers in the field. Hadley Martindale, Sean and Jesse Art. Of course, Sean and Jesse Art are currently in the infield watching this race, as well as the other 19 veterans that are not on track. As Sebastian Palmer is going to go to the lead of the race. I find it really funny that last season we had 35 drivers in this series. This year we have 35 drivers. However, the only catch was, unlike last season where we had 2 replacement signups, this year we have had 35 full-time drivers. So we went up by 2 drivers. Which is not too bad for this series. I don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. Jared Underhill gonna go for the race lead. Or is in the race lead rather. Going for the race lead, Nathan Murphy. And the thing for these 14 drivers as they're racing 17 laps today is that they're going to have to deal with another 17 laps on tap here tomorrow. So what can they learn in these 17 laps today when they're out there with the other 21 other drivers tomorrow? That's going to be something we're going to have to keep our eyes on. So that will be a interesting ordeal, if you ask me. Dylan Van Dyke going to go to the race lead on Nathan Murphy in the 2. Boy, these rookies are really mixing it up, even though we did have a close call for that 4 wide deal. Imagine them doing that with, 21 other drivers. That could have been the big one, and that could have been deadly. But thankfully, they kept it together, though, when we're still green flag racing. So that's the good thing about this. Blake Wagner going for the race lead as here comes Elena Aurora. As she's being pushed by Hadley Martindale in the middle. Down at the bottom is Ingrid Pollard in the 40 car of Sebastian Palmer. And Palmer has some experience here. Of course, he ran the ARCA race here not that long ago. Blake Wagner, still the race leader here. And the other big thing for these 14 drivers is the question is, can they do what Addison Peterson did last season and bring home not only just the Rookie of the Year title, but also the championship? Because remember, Addison Peterson won 1 race last season and stayed consistent last season. And that's the big thing for these 14 drivers, and as well as the other 21 drivers you're going to see tomorrow, is can they stay consistent enough to make sure they go out there and give it everything they got. That's something we're going to have to wait and see about. And speaking of Carlos Rodriguez, we'll talk about Courtney Lynn and, her story tomorrow when we bring you our first race of the 3rd season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series. That will be live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at Ricky Raceway. Hope you'll be with us for that. It should be a fun race. These drivers were really close to causing a caution, but So far, we're about to have 17 clean green flag laps. However, I would not expect that's going to be the case in tomorrow's main event, where points are going to be on the line. As here we come, white flag, 1 lap to go. Jarrett Underhill leads this race. This year, we are having a Truck Series playoff format from 2016. So if you win, you're in the playoffs, providing you can remain in the top, I think it's top 25 or something like that in points. I'll have to go back and look. But here comes Jarrett Underhill holding off a hard-charging Blake Wagner. Off at turn number 4, Jarrett Underhill, Ford Mustang, goes back-to-back in the Red Bull Rookie Showcase. Last year, it was Dylan Matthews. This year, it is Jarrett Underhill. And bravo to Jarrett Underhill, who was out of a ride for quite some time, gets back in a GT, or gets into his first ever GT race here for the DRL and gets the win here today. And also, I should mention, please also take note of the description about the comments and all that, yada, 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 because I don't want to explain it, which I'll explain it in a separate video later. But anyway, Jarrett Underhill gets the win. Good run for Blake Wagner. This is going to be some confidence builder for him going into tomorrow's main event. Carlos Rodriguez will get 3rd. Kasumi Takashi will get 4th. Dylan Van Dyke 5th. Summer Wagner gets 6th, so good job to them. Nathan Murphy 7th. Henrietta Fitzwater 8th. Elena Aurora 9th. And Jackson Harrison complete the top 10. Then it was Sebastian Palmer, Ingrid Pollard, Trinity Lee, and Hadley Martindale. Not a good run for Hadley. The good news is for these drivers, there are no points on the line. This was just a fun race, and hopefully these drivers will learn something, what kind of adjustments they need to make going into the main event tomorrow. But that is going to do it for here at Coca-Cola today. Day 1 of 2 is in the books for the Red Bull GT Series. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Race Crew today. Be sure to join the DRL Discord. The link is in the description down below. We've shown you your full finish results, and we'll see you tomorrow for the main event race here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Until then, I'm Aditya signing off. Thank you for watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series of Season 3, courtesy of PCS Race TV, the best in the racing around the world since 2017. Goodbye from Coca-Cola. We'll see you tomorrow for the main event.